Welcome back. Bob Hatch is with us today and going to be speaking of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village. Nice to have you here.
Well, thank you for inviting us here.
It's a great organization and does wonderful work for so many people. It's across the board. It doesn't matter who they are, you know, what side of an issue they may be on. You guys stay neutral. You're there to help folks in need right here in the community, right?
That expresses it exactly. We have no mindset as to who gets our help. It's just the people who need it, and it's people who live here in the village.
Yeah, definitely. I see it formed, well, 20 years ago, just about, 1997.
Well, someone, and we have to give them credit, and I don't know who it is, but had the foresight to recognize that our people were living longer. Not everybody's living longer well. Some are not living well financially.
Mm-hmm.
And so in '97, a group put together the foundation of Laguna Woods Village to help just people who live here in the village.
Exactly. And what are some of the examples of the kind of help that you can give?
Well, Meals on Wheels is one, utility bills, medical bills, dental bills, nursing, just a whole host of things. I don't think there's a service that we would deny as long as it's essential to someone's health and financial well-being.
So how does the foundation help? I know you work anonymously. How do you find out about a person that is in need and then go about them getting the funds that really can help them out?
Well, that's a really interesting comment because we work in partnership with Social Services,
Mm-hmm.
which is an organization that serves our community, and it is a real treasure. They provide all kinds of help for our people here. And in case of the foundation, they qualify people who are in financial need. They make recommendations to the foundation as to people who they believe need it the worst. And they are submitted to us anonymously. We do not know who the recipients may be.
Okay.
It's just a case number. And those recommendations go to our board, and almost in all cases we approve the recommendations. And the other interesting thing is that the recipients don't get this help directly.
Mm-hmm.
It goes to the provider. It goes to the Meals on Wheels. It goes to the adult daycare. It goes to the utility company. It goes to the vendor or whoever supplies the services. So the recipient is totally anonymous.
Wow. Now, does the recipient know that it was the foundation that they got the help from?
Yes, they do know that.
Okay.
They do know that. And I would encourage people to use the social services. They are a true resource. Whether they use our services or not, I invite them to use them.
Yeah, and it's fantastic, all the different help
It is
that
fantastic.
social services can do for people. It's actually incredible, and it's something that is very unique to this adult community. Most of them don't have their own in-house social services department.
They do not. It's a very skilled and very caring group of people, and it's been a privilege for me to work with them.
So over the years, how much money has the foundation donated?
Well, about $2 million,
Wow.
to be exact. And last year was about $250,000. And that sounds like a lot of money, but our needs are great and they exceed our income. So we really do need help from the community. And you have to bear in mind that because the only people we give help to are residents of the community, they're the only ones that contribute to us. We get
Mm-hmm.
very little money from outsiders. Virtually 100% of our funding comes from people who live here.
And if people want to donate, I know there's a lot of clubs that also, they have events where a lot of the money may go to that. I know for one, like the Sunshine Performance Club, she's very big on that. And many of the other groups, so pros and all that they'll have events, and some of the funds, if not all, will go directly to the foundation.
There are about 1,600 people, individuals donate here. There are about 51 clubs that do, and Sunshine is certainly one of them. I'll tell you the one really outstanding one that happened just very recently was the men's golf course.
Yeah,
Club.
that's right.
They
had
put
the
on an
tournament,
event,
yes.
and they raised over $19,000 for us, which is really fantastic. So they are our heroes, and we should all get holes in one in their next outing.
All right. And, you know, there are a few local businesses that help out too, right?
We started that in our fall drive as an experiment. There are businesses here that really depend upon us as their clients, and so we started an outreach program. We started, I think, with 10 as a sample. We got 2 that responded very nicely. Freedom Village, we're very grateful for them, and Century 21 Realty came through with a very, very nice donation. So this year we are outreaching to a greater number to see how it works. So our battering average is not bad. And if we can get some outside help here, it'll be very much appreciated.
And if people do want to help with donations, and perhaps even, I know you have a board, get involved that way as well, how do they go about doing that?
Well, as far as individual donations are concerned, we have a little closet that we use as an office here in the community center, and there's a drop box there, so you can put a check in there. You can donate by mail. We have a mail box. It's in the Laguna Hills, so I'll give you the number of it. It's Box 3279. It's Laguna Woods, not Laguna Woods Village, 92654. So you can direct checks, take credit cards. We are getting some bequests now from the states, which is going to be very helpful if that will continue.
Oh, great.
So we can.
That's fantastic.
Accept help in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and of course, if people want to get involved in other ways, their club that they're involved with wants to maybe have an event where some of the proceeds go directly to the foundation.
We really encourage that. We have board members that are happy to come and speak to clubs as to our needs. So as I say, we are virtually totally dependent upon folks who live here in the village, who belong to clubs here, and we need help.
Yeah, definitely.
And
it's easy to do if people want to help.
What I fail to mention sometimes is that we are a charitable organization, so all of our donations are tax deductible. And we are a very efficient organization because we have volunteers that do most of the work. 91 cents out of every dollar goes directly to our beneficiaries. So,
yeah, that's great.
So we're proud of that.
Yeah, and you know, we talk about donating and to all the different kinds of causes and things that are out there, and there's some great ones. But you cannot get any more local than this. If you donate to the foundation, you are going to know exactly where your money is going. Exactly. It stays within the gates of this village and helps out your neighbor. You probably won't know who it helps out, but that doesn't matter. You know it's going to help out the people here directly.
That's really true. And the interesting thing too with social services, you can, if you have a neighbor that you feel is in trouble, or someone down the street, you can mention that to social services, and they'll look into it, and they will not reveal who the source of the information was. So it's just a great organization, and take advantage of it. Two great organizations here.
It is. Well, again, if you want to help out the foundation of Laguna Woods Village, the drop box is right here in the community building on the first floor. Their number is 268-2246. If you go on the website, you can find them on there as well. And you can donate with cash, checks, credit cards, bequests, donations, all different kinds of ways to help.
I've said if somebody has a rusting Rolls Royce in their driveway, we might take that too.
Okay, very good. Always good to see you, Bob.
Well,
you do great work with the foundation.
Well, I thank you very much for letting us come and join.
All right, my pleasure. We'll be right back.